Hi folks, welcome to the 8 Regents tournament. So this is round 4 and new opponent. We are playing against Targaryen and as you can see the first game is about to start, so we have yeah, good to go. We have Peter against Zack and an important one to start with. Okay, and starting with Black Cells. So joining me tonight is Dennis. Hello.
Yes, hello.
So just saying, we have the Black Cells as the location for Peter, and we have Free Folk, surprisingly, for Targaryen here. So this could be interesting.
Not many Targaryen cards.
Yeah, no
This would be
wildlings.
my favorite matchup against Targ. No Targ cards. Or at least no Targ character cards.
Yeah, and they can't include anything, so I don't think there is a Targaryen wildling. So it's just a classic Free Folk deck, and we'll see if the Black Cells can control it. So we'll get the increased military claim presumably, and Peter starting with no characters on setup, so immediately he will be in trouble if he has no
Pressure.
answers. Yeah. Maybe he has Parley to open with or something like that. Although currently just the one military icon, of course. Okay, so 3 claim.
Reclaim to start with. Oh.
Yeah, and lots of gold, so he will need that to either put a duped character into play or some claim. So he could just put stuff in shadows, I guess. That's not too bad. He has to go first, unfortunately, which means he would then basically do nothing if he has no way to stop the 3 claim military. Yes, Elise won't help either.
Oh, more locations.
Yeah, so he's just going to start without a board probably, and okay,
Oh,
fair
that's
enough.
nice.
And then start playing next round, but he is going to suffer the 3 claim intrigue at least here.
Yeah. And no Black Cells trigger. Oh, Great Hall is with a new design. When I realized when I go over it, right?
Yeah, looks good.
A new template.
The non-killer and all 3 icons. Actually not that much military strength, so if he had something in shadows, he had half a chance of defending this, although I think then in that case Zack might have marshaled differently.
Crow Killers would kneel this round, but I think it doesn't really matter.
Horn of Winter, so we have no strongholds, but going first does now give him the chance to force Black Cells, I guess, to Yeah, not that great to be fair. Okay, so what does Lysa do is the question.
You try to get the power for Stericept or on Stericept, so that you maybe could blank. Nope. Not.
Okay, so this one doesn't really matter that much.
So many cards. As I said, maybe I would have gone for power.
And now when she gets killed, she has some options. She could target the Great Hall, the economy. She could remove Crow Killers, the non-kneeler, that is annoying against black cells, or she could go for the dupe. That's the choice, but then even with the dupe, if you play Morgulis with 5 gold against potentially 3 claim military again, could be game over. And some cheap characters unfortunately discarded, Shirin and Delena, that could have been played. Delena fetches Chad as well with her. Maybe Zack has marched to the wall and is not even going to bother with
Yeah,
military
maybe
here.
yeah. Maybe there won't be military at all. We'll see.
Yeah, I would kill her here for sure. There's nothing that important on the board that she could remove, and marched might be useful later. Yeah, exactly.
It will be interesting what the target will be for Lisa.
Let's see, Crow Killers or Dala or the Great Hall. Okay, taking the dupe.
It's the dupe.
Yeah, if he plays Morgulis, there is Gates of the Moon and Great Hall on the other side for economy, so plenty of characters to come in. And I think if he can't then defend against military, it would be game over. He could play draw or could play some economy if the characters have survived in his hand.
Yeah, that's the big question. What are the 3 cards left? Not that many.
And down to 5 on the other side, throwing away JC Drummond, which looks nice actually, to get rid of these locations that the Horn of Winter cannot really do. And a 2-cost character, so he must have a few more in hand. And here we go. Going for all the gold here is Zack, and keeping Dala alive against that Morgulis. Just the one. Need something more. If it's just Jon Snow, he could be controlled here with Black Cells or even Melisandre.
There is some gold needed to put a card into shadow and put it out. I'm used to play Assault when Black Cells is in play, where you can put a card for free in shadows.
Yeah, they're not that cheap, the Baratheon cards that you usually see, like the Shadow Priestess. I guess Old Billbone would cost you 3 in total.
Yeah.
Looks like Peter doesn't have anything.
Yes, if it's true. And 3 gold left. Not hard. No. Nothing.
Yeah, now Jon Snow will get that 2 claim intrigue again. Interesting. So we saw Wildling Bandit discarded for reserve here for Zack, and then he doesn't have any characters to put into play with Jon Snow. Interesting decision. And again it's Delena with Antlerman. Yeah. She could obviously bring in another character, but it still doesn't survive the 2 claim military.
Do you play Delena here to make Zack choose between military and intrigue with Jon Snow?
Yeah.
He's a bastard. Never mind.
He is, yeah, he just stands.
He could stand, so yeah. The one
Okay.
Delena can't control, yeah.
Iron Throne gone, that's not the worst thing at this point in time. Still means dominance this round. Okay, so one thing that is pretty decent here for Peter still is that there's not much stuff on the board, it's just Jon Snow, so he could still top deck a little bit better this time. Okay, going for the gold
At least
against
some
Clash of
money.
Kings. And still has to go first. Now let's have some red priests and stuff like that. No, the dupe.
Yeah.
Come on.
At least the card in shadow. And cities.
Okay, so if that's a Shadow Priestess with Black Cells also in play, there is half a chance of kneeling out the board. Oh. Okay. You can use Black Cells on Ygritte. And Shadow Priestess potentially on Angoi. Now, of course, we don't know what the card is.
Oh, let's hope it is a shadow priestess.
Yeah, could be something not that great. Although Red Keep Gowler, I guess, also not too bad. Okay, so that's going to discard Black Cells at the first opportunity. Now Selisi could do power, get that power on Starry Sept, which could then kind of kneel Ygritte if he really wants to do that by blanking her. Okay, what do we have here? So he's going to use this on... I'm going to stop the power challenge on Clash of Kings.
But this means losing all of his cards for intrigue, I guess.
Yeah, or military. Let's see if Zack prefers to kill Khaleesi here.
True. No, losing all cards.
And then maybe he has that marched still available. Here we go. Please, let's not have...
No.
That's so sad. That was such a nice play. Stopping that basically stops any challenges. And then Khaleesi is alive, you keep the other card.
Yeah, it would be great. Having 2 gold and a Hinged Judgment. That's sad.
And the Iron Bank will have its due, the last card, so that obviously couldn't be used with Khaleesi in the same round. And this is not going to work because Angry cannot attack. No, he can't do any challenge. He was chosen with black cells. And that stops the huge power gain anyway with the Clash of Kings. And now we see Drummond discarding black cells, presumably, just in case.
Black cells can't be discarded, right? Because of the gender.
Oh, right, of course. I forgot it was...
But now Blackwater Rush can, if he wants to.
So he doesn't bother because presumably wants to keep the economy instead. Yeah, Rush is just for the power gain, so that's not that useful. I guess Stormwind's Fiefdom was the other one.
Yeah, it's not limited. True. Let's see if Peter plays any card draw. Oh, card draw is blood. Yes, there it is.
Against the Mad King's command. Which is... interesting. So that keeps the number of characters at 3, assuming there's no rogue wildling or anything like that in hand. And half a chance of black cells actually achieving something with that. Although low gold here.
Not that much money and no card in shadows yet. Yeah.
Still having to go first.
So do you have to choose black cells for Mad King's command?
Yes, you do, unfortunately. It's not
Okay.
protected from being moved to the bottom of the deck.
Okay. Otherwise that would be good.
Yeah, so he can keep black cells and Star Recept and Gates of the Moon. And then use the Guardian Shadows. If it's a Shadow Priestess, again, it's decent enough. Yeah, unfortunately costs all 3.
Like playing many one claim plots. When I faced Free Folk, or when I would try to play Free Folk, I would play as many 2 claims plots as possible.
Yeah, even Clash of Kings seems like it could just be a normal 2-claim plot instead. Obviously initiative is important.
Good, yeah. But the pressure is just so high if you have to soak 3 claim military or intrigue or in the end power every round.
Yes, I'll put 2 cards in shadows. And of course he has to
So it has to be a cheap card to come out.
pick between them now. Can't keep all 5.
It's Shadow in hand, right?
Yeah.
I haven't played against Mad King's command a lot.
Hopefully it's Red Keep Gowler that can come in for free. And having 2 would be nice even, but that's kind of a dream draw here.
Yeah, the Iron Bank will have its due from last round. Would have been good if the Dark Foot of Terrors would have worked.
Yeah, if he's playing 3 copies of that, that's pretty decent. There's the 1 card left in hand potentially. And he's going to do this to get more power and of course the Starry Sept. And no time limit on this game. Looks like it's not a problem. Should finish soon enough. Okay, done with challenges. Now let's see if he has a way to stop this now. Yeah, good call to go for intrigue first. In case it's something like in the name of your king in hand. And black says knelt, so looks like nothing will be coming from shadows.
In that case, 2 more unopposed, 2 power claim and Dom.
Yeah, maybe after military is done, if Red Keep Gowler is in shadows, it could come out. Yeah, just attacking with A just in case. So no way to keep Cilicia alive. She would have been nice going second, but unfortunately not really competing for the initiative here. And now if he has that Gowler to stop Angui winning the power challenge, that would be pretty decent.
Nope.
Yeah, no gold now anyway, so.
But no refolk trigger. It's not a wildling. It's only 1 claim. But still 12 power. Yeah, there has to be 2 good cards in shadow. Hopefully 2 good cards to draw. You win or you die.
And this time Zack goes first.
Confident that he will push a power or something through.
Could be slightly dangerous here. It's possible to kneel most of the board. Okay, so Wall needs to be countered anyway.
Yeah, as a lease in this round would have been pretty decent.
Plenty of power icons.
Moment of truth.
Okay, not the worst card. Stopping Wall. Not quite strong enough to win the power. But he could force, I guess, Harma to kneel. And then, if Angui somehow is prevented from attacking, leaves no power icons for Zack.
Yeah, the salt is also a problem. So you have to think about using Sterisep now if you want to.
Yeah, seems like... okay, he gives power to Angui, but that puts Zack on 12 now.
And now even the unopposed challenges will be dangerous.
So I was looking at this from the perspective of Peter going first. Actually, of course, Zack goes first here, so Sparrow's about to die. Now, come on, let's have In the Name of Your King, and then 2 Shadow Priestesses in shadows. And we can win the game.
Is there still a way? The unopposed dominance.
Chamber. Yeah, if that had been in play from the start, would have done some work, but Mad King's command was annoying, and here we go. Stand was in hand anyway. And I think that's now it. No way to control all of these characters. Still trying, but it is claim 2. Okay. It's gonna take another one away. Oppose this one and then win power back. Assuming there is no intimidate, I don't see any.
Yeah, but it's claim 3, right? So it's over.
Oh, it's claim 3 because of the wildings. Yeah, okay. Good effort anyway. Even after all of this,
Yeah,
he was briefly on 9 power here.
But in that case, I don't know if the blank from Angay, what this blank does for the 1 power he got.
No, definitely. Okay, he would have had to kneel for... he wouldn't kneel for the military challenge, but it didn't seem to make any difference. Yeah, but even if he kept him on 14 here, seemed like...
Yeah, would have been really tough going in the next round. So.
It's no mass kneel with Silisi, so next round, unless Zack somehow had absolutely horrible plots, I don't see any way back here.
Yeah, I guess attrition is hard for House of the Red Door Black Sails deck.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, bad start for us again. Kind of like against Lannister. So we have four games tomorrow, no? We'll have
our
to do
best
something.
player lost his first game in this tournament.
Yeah, 3 wins for Peter in the first 3 rounds. I think I'm not sure how many players have all 3 wins. I think Lannister had it, but also lost today. And,
okay, I don't know.
Maybe there's one more, so we'll have a look at that later. Yeah, okay, so tomorrow...
4 games tomorrow to decide.
I think we need 3 of them if we want to be in a good spot for the last 2 games over the weekend.
We will see.
Okay, so thanks for joining me, Dennis.
Thanks for having me again.
And thanks to all of our viewers watching this one. And you can join me live tomorrow for the next 4 games. Have a good night.